All right, guys, so here at the home front, grandbabies have been tearing it up every warm moment outside, and there's a mess, and everything's dead, but we'll let you check it out real quick. It says January in Kimball County, Junction, Texas. This is the resting garden. It's had all the rest it's gonna get. It's fixing to come alive this year. For those who follow, you know I had a whole bunch of banana trees and cannas, and got my peach trees here. You can see my comfrey's even been taking a hit every night. It's freezing cold stuff, man. This stuff just ain't made for it. Here's where the beautiful elephant ears will show up later on, but now nothing. Same over here. Rose bushes can handle it, but here's the elephant ears. All right, now one of the few things I've noticed that does seem to be able to handle it just fine are these. This is Brussels sprouts here. I got a couple of carrots back there where you can see the little white tags. That's where my tomato plants were, but got a few onions lining in there, and what do you call them, chives. And they're maintaining okay, not doing anything special, but it's freezing cold for us here in my part of Texas. Got some more onions over here, and a little bit of spinach up here in the front trying to come up. We'll see how that works out. I don't know if I'll get enough to really do much with, but that's kind of the shape that stuff's in. There's Squirt. He's cold all the time nowadays. That's where my pomegranate tree was. Now, before I finish my little tour, I'll actually take you to my front yard, which is rare, but it's been a while. Now, here's my garlic. It's doing okay, and there's my one stray weirdo carrot. Everything on this side, pretty pootered out. That eggplant gave up. One lettuce finally did pop up. Whoopity-doo! And this little bit of strawberries is just kind of surviving here. And there's some of the, I forget what those dang onions, bunching onions. Got a little pile of those guys there. I need to get them out of here. They don't do any good here. Now this ground right here needs to be worked. And I'll tell you, the freeze came through, and I did not take off my little timers in time, and so I got two of these dudes nuked. That's about $80 worth of timers. But thank God I didn't bust any water pipes or anything, so I've got all the water off over here. It's surviving on what's here. If it gets bad and I need to bring some water, I got a watering can, or I can just turn the valve back on to my irrigation system. But this time of year, I'm just kind of letting stuff rest. Let's see what happens naturally here for a while. All right. That used to be the Egyptian spinach. That big hole is where my pomegranate tree was. You could see this poor old guy, his fig trees had it. Okay. There's all my gourds, grandbaby's birdhouses, my compost pile. Looks pretty rough, huh? Now it's time to cut these guys. I just haven't. I may just dump them over on theirself. It ain't gonna hurt a dadgum thing. Let them ride out the winter. Next year I finally get to eat some asparagus. It's gonna be awesome. All right. Now, the cauliflower looks like it actually made it maybe another round. I see some damage, but this is all cauliflower here, and you can see, I mean, it's taking a hit, but still looks like it's going to be okay at this point. However, we got a couple more days of 20-degree weather. This poor little baby still hanging on the leaves. You believe that? The Saturn peach. I chopped off the meat and taters of it and let this one guy go on its own. And that old peach tree standing good and tall. Way too tall, but it is what it is. That fig tree's doing okay. Alright. That fig tree's doing okay. I chopped it down to one stem on that guy. That's gonna be my guy. we'll see how he looks after this year. I may end up cutting it back down here somewhere and making it spread back out a little bit. All right. Broccoli, looks like somebody molested it. I mean, it had a hard time. I will say though, I harvested small heads off of each one of them and came up with enough for a big batch of broccoli and cheese. And that was about it. The cabbage here, I harvested, let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. I think I harvested 3 or 4 cabbages out of here, and I had good sized heads on them. I've eaten 2 and got 1 left, and I've given away 1. So, and all the leaves from them, I made some yummy, like I don't waste these leaves on the outside. These big boys like this, as long as it's in decent shape like that, I cut that vein out of those guys, and I steam them real good, and then I roll up some meat and goodies in there. Now this, something like this, you can see, I mean, this one's took a bad hit. I may have a head in there that's worth saving, but all that stuff on the outside of those, they're gone. I'll tell you, here in my area, this dadgum purple stuff, purple cabbage, purple onions, everything purple for some reason has a harder time. It doesn't grow as well. It's not really worth my time. I probably won't mess with it again. I'm using up seeds so that maybe one of them will accidentally come through, but I doubt it. And there's our little brown turkey fig, year 1 in there from Travis at Lazy Dog Farms. Chacos make sure nobody's even thinking about coming in here and stealing anything. All right, so I know it's really pathetic. This is what winter time's like. So I'm gonna enjoy my break. I've been needing the break. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna enjoy this break, and we'll catch you guys in February. I wanted to show you my front yard real quick before I get out of here. I transplanted the pomegranate from the back that I showed you by the greenhouse. Let me show you what these look like. I split it into 2. So this little guy, he took, because he was growing and looked just fine, and he's gonna be okay. But he's kind of right here at the edge of my driveway, and that guy's gonna be all right. I had enough time to redo my garden up here. It was really grown up. My wife had a lot of morning glories that kind of overtook everything. Now right there, that was off of my mama's rosemary, and I've been babying that thing, and it's coming along. I think it's gonna be okay, so that makes me very happy. Some of this other stuff, I have no idea what it is, but that's where my wife wanted it, so I put the stuff back. You can see down in here, even though we've had this freezing cold weather, there's some stuff gonna come on back up. And the same kind of thing over here on this side. Got these little guys hiding in here, but they're gonna make it. Mama's rose bush. And there's my other pomegranate tree. So till next time, see y'all.